Hi, my name is Julie Matlik, and this is my first speech for speech class Comm 210, and these are my lovely audience. Wave audience! A comforting hug, a Winnie the Pooh embellished Band-Aid, a wafting scent of apple pie baking in the kitchen oven. At first glance, none of these things hold the weight of what one might consider the typical superhero. Yet each represent memories that speak to the greatest hero, the greatest superwoman I have ever met, my mom. I don't say this because I lack creative discernment or because it's the easiest response. I say it because I am fully aware of how blessed the past 20 years of my life have been with Donna Matlik as my mother. From the time I was born, my mom represented a wonderful example of the woman that I hope to someday become. The love and affection that she had towards others, the work ethic with which she passionately endeavored, and the faith and devotion that dedicated her energy and life to glorifying God touched the lives of many, myself included. So to say that my mom is a person of interest is an understatement. She is a pivotal influence on who I am and who I hope to become. To this day, I am inspired by the way that my mom loves others and the extent to which she sacrifices personal desires to serve them well. I am convinced that she has always been that way. Just as from my childhood, I have seen nothing but selfless love. In fact, even before I was born, she went to the doctor for a regular checkup and was informed that in order to carry me to term, she would have to be bedridden for 10 weeks. Without hesitation, she took leave of her job and spent week after week confined to a bed. It seems almost as if the examples of her love are too various to count. From baking 58 pies for a church function, to opening our house to those who need a place to stay on the holidays, to supporting each and every one of her children in their dreams. As a child, I never felt safer than in the loving arms of my mother. And now, as a college student, this safety supports the confidence I have in our relationship, in her guidance, and in the model that she provides. Besides caring for others, the characteristic that most see in her is her diligence and devotion to working hard. In many respects, I would say that her determination and devotion are one of her greatest superpowers. Between pouring herself into her job as a school teacher, being a good mom, and investing in church, my mom has always held herself to a high standard of excellence. Having grown up in this environment, I too have been encouraged to follow the same model. This work ethic is a tool that has been essential to my college education, and I have found no doubt that it will fuel a fervor for reaching my goals throughout the rest of my life. To say that I could have developed this on my own is questionable. In fact, whether or not she realized it, my mom has instilled in me a desire and determination to be completely invested in my commitments through leading by example. This is a trait that will leave me forever grateful of her direction and upbringing. But the quality that I admire the most in my mother is her faithfulness towards her relationship with God. In many situations, I feel that my mom is much wiser than me, that her experience and knowledge goes deeper than my own. Beyond that, however, is the love that she has for our Creator and the desire that she has to live for His name, not for herself. Growing up in a Christian home, I have seen what it looks like to have a relationship with God. My mom displayed that relationship every day. Through her, I came to see what it looks like to be a woman of the Lord. And I think it's fair to argue that this is the core of everything that she is. The reason that she works so hard to love others and to serve them well. The reason that she strives with all of her energy in all things. It's a huge reason as to why she's been such a great mom. Honestly, I could have never imagined a childhood without her in it. And now she may be one of the women that I respect the most highly, trust with anything in confidence, or find so encouraging. There's so much that I admire about my mom, but her heart for the Lord is her greatest attribute that I desire to reflect and grow for myself. Ask anyone about Donna Matlik, and the first thing they'll tell you is that her heart for service and genuine caring for others is her biggest quality. It is her loving, hardworking, faith-filled nature that causes her to stand out so noticeably in a crowd. And to say that I am her daughter is an honor and a blessing. From children in the classroom to sick grandparents to lonely friends and family, I have witnessed my mom touch the lives of so many throughout my life. Even now, she pours herself into the caring of my grandmother through the process of home-based hospice care. But I've really come to grasp the selflessness of my mom through this assignment. I have taken a step back to reflect on all that she does, and one thing is always evident. The last person she thinks about is herself. And because of this, I think I have taken for granted the sacrifices she makes to do what she does best, to love others. She's truly an honorable woman, one who has so greatly represented the attributes of a true superhero, a hero